Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. What's happening with you?
Everything's going good, going good. Can't complain.
Yeah, okay. So we're here. We just gonna talk some TLC,
Hmm.
follow up on some stuff that came up in the other two shows. See if anybody wants to air out any dirty laundry.
I
Welcome to
I do have
the.
a question.
Mhm. Well, let's
So,
just welcome everybody to the commentary zone. Yay.
oh, oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. You weren't done yet. But I was just curious, like with this season of Sister Wives, what are we gonna see? Because I was like, do you think we will see like maybe a divorce? Like, what are your thoughts on that? I just see so many, like, so much unhappiness.
I I don't think they believe in it because if they
Mm-hmm.
did, Mary would have left. Like she was ready to go when she was with the catfish,
Mm-hmm.
but then when she found out it wasn't a dude, I think Mary needs someone to go to
Okay.
so that she can be just as dependent on that new person as she is on Cody. Um, and the other three, I think they're in it for the long haul, honestly.
Mm.
They don't believe in, do they? Like, wait, one of the Garbers was divorced. I don't know. And Robin's divorced. Oh my God. Wait.
So yeah, that was like my thing. So like, do we see like the beginning of this crumbling apart?
Hmm. I mean, it is crumbling. Major. But I think that they're so codependent on each other in this mess and whatever little check that they get from TLC and the production company. I mean, are they capable of like having real jobs?
I mean, Christine got a job, so I think they're capable. It's,
Of the three, like I'm so shocked at Christine. She's evolved so much,
mm-hmm.
you know. Hey Ablavi, hey Gina, hey Cooch, hey Yanni. Um, let's see who else is in here. You guys come on in and dial in if you want, just to yickety yak a little bit. Yes, Cody is a loser. I I firmly agree.
Exactly. Like, just so you guys know, for our panel discussions, they're gonna be pretty much like what Debbie and I do live, roughly about 45 minutes, just for everyone to come in to like give their thoughts, stuff like that. Nothing too long. Just we wanted to give you guys an open forum to come talk, and like if there's anything you heard, let us know. Like let us know where you heard it, and we will go back and like look into those sources because you guys, like I said, I try not to look ahead in anything, but if you happen to hear something, let us know.
This is a good thing that I noticed this too, because Cody is very freewheeling with all these ladies' uteruses. And he's like, do I want another baby or not? I feel like I should have another. He's not having these babies.
Right.
Where he
But
gonna
did
pick
you?
it up from? The 7-Eleven? What is he
But I think
talking about?
what killed me when he said like, "Well, I'm trying to decide." I'm like, is this up to you to do? Oh, okay. And I'm
We
looking at Robin, like, Robin, did you sign
He
up
can
for that?
only pull that with Robin. He can only pull that with Robin. And I bet you anything she said on the show, oh yeah, the baby oven is closed. I bet you if he came up there the right way, it'll be open again.
Exactly. Hey, Terry, welcome back.
Yes, this is so true. This is so true.
Mm.
Notice the other family, all the wives and the husband came together and decided they were done with children. Like enough is enough. Can you support what you have now? And don't tell me nothing about the ones that have left the house, you know, and off doing their own. Like you can't even help your kids go to college. Like come on now. Oh, jeez. It's so irritating. It's just so irritating. But yeah, Cody is a class A douche.
Exactly.
And I said I wasn't gonna watch this season, and now you got me watching this season.
It just looked good from the previews, and based on what I've heard and read in articles, I'm like, wait a minute, could there be an investigation? I can't miss an investigation because I need to know. Especially what really hooked me is when I found out his name was on everything.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me too, since he said that the wives owned everything.
Right.
So,
Sorry. So sorry.
but why does it surprise me to find out that Cody's lying about something? Like he's lied throughout all of these seasons.
That's the general consensus I've heard. Like he lies and he be doing some shady stuff behind the scenes. I'm like, what?
And Gina, this is another point. He can figure out how to change a tire. Like I swear, a couple seasons ago, he was arguing with somebody saying, "Why don't you know how to change a tire?" And then he was changing it like a bobo kitty and was just making a mess of it. I don't know. I swear we had that argument before. So wait. Like Cody would not have some control and own part of everything? I swear he said the wives control
He did. No,
everything.
that's what he said. That's the funny thing. That's what he said. He said like the wives like everything's in their name and blah blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. I thought that was interesting. So I always because in my head I'm like, well, I thought the men like took care of everything.
No, only Joe takes care of everything. Like someone said in the last show, Joe works.
Mm-hmm. But when you said everything was in the women's name, I'm like, I'm like, oh, that's not the way I thought it was. Okay, I learned. I thought I was learning something new. But then when the women came out and said that, Cody, our finances are intertwined and it's complicated because his name's on everything. I'm like, huh? I'm like, that contradicts what he said, but okay, well, I'm just gonna go with it. It's y'all show.
Well, I don't think he's had anything from the very beginning. From the very beginning, when they were in Utah, that original home that they were all living in together, with the exception of Robin, didn't that house belong to Mary and her family? Does anybody know that? Because I don't think he owned that home.
He said, but
Ah!
you can see he wants to control. It's just that the wives don't let him.
But look at that. It was last season. He went crazy over changing a tire. Production company has to do better.
Yeah.
And then what else do we watch on TLC right now? It's just the two shows, Sister Wives and
I
90
think
Day.
so. I don't see anything. I mean, I watch Polished too here and there, but I'm inconsistent with watching it, so that's why I really don't speak on to it. But it is interesting.
Has anybody watched the nail salon show yet? I mean, I watched first season.
You're talking about Unpolished, right?
Yes.
That's what I was just talking about. Unpolished. I watched that. I watched that
Sorry.
here and there.
Is it good this season? You think that the younger sister gonna get married?
The younger sister and the mother annoy me because they're not understanding that the oldest one, I forget her name, she's doing everything, and she's literally keeping that business afloat herself, and she's mentally Lexi. Thank you, Gina, and she's tired, and if for some reason they refuse to acknowledge the fact that she's doing all this work.
But that was last season.
Right, it's spilled over to this season because now Bria's getting married, and Bria's not
But
in the
that guy's
shop.
on drugs, right?
I think he's
And he has
recovering or
babies
something.
or a baby or something.
But they just closed on the house.
They bought a house?
Yes, they just
With
closed on
all
the
of her
house.
money.
Well, all of
Because
Lexi's money,
he ain't got no
but
job.
well, Lexi's money since like she only working like 2 hours a day, but that's another story. So yeah, Lexi has all the clients, and
Their
they
dad
like
passed away?
mm-hmm.
Oh my God, what happened? I was 100% more since the wedding was last summer. Shut up. Oh dear, we have a blobby. Let's bring up a blobby. I hope you're ready.
Welcome
Hello.
back.
Hey, you.
It's good to
Hi.
be our punishment.
Right?
Yay. Oh,
What's
but it
going
wasn't that
on?
long. They said 90 days and it was only like a month, right?
We
Because
we we
we
fought it.
disputed it,
We
yeah.
disputed it.
TLC is acting ridiculous. But
Mhm.
nonetheless, I wanted to start off by saying, what is wrong with Stephanie? I mean,
She didn't get
she's
what
a,
she paid for.
she's a liar. She's despicable, horrible fashion sense, bad plastic surgery. You know,
Mhm.
She's all over the place. I'm like, Stephanie, like, why are you yelling and screaming like this? What is going on with you? What's this? And like I'm gonna say this now. None of this story arc makes sense right now because everything doesn't make sense. Like, ma'am, like your reactions aren't, to me, they aren't really genuine. There was no tears, there's no for real crying. You're worried about your mother's ring. You said you were violated, and then you gonna call your psychic, then call his cousin. Make it make sense.
you know what's
Come,
nasty? When she said she had a dry poom poom. That was one of the nastiest things I've ever heard on reality television.
well, I wasn't gonna point that out, but
I was scared because we are of a similar age, and I just had to make sure that mine was not the Sahara. I still can confirm I got a WAP, and I hope I can keep it that way. Oh,
I was just in there like,
It was just
ma'am,
the nastiest thing to hear.
I just,
yeah.
yeah, I was sitting there like, I just didn't need to. And she kept complaining too. That was the other problem. I need you to stop that, ma'am. Stop complaining because it's making me like, no.
She could complain, but it just has to make sense. I think our main issue here is that her story is not adding up, and when she says stuff, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, I think that what Stephanie happened was she realized the Rasta was about to take half her money, and she straightened up real quick.
With her, everything is about money because even when he was
Everything.
leaving her, she said, "Where are you going?" He said, "Oh, I'm going for my taxi." She goes, "With whose money?" Stop that, Stephanie. Stop it. People are not commodities. Like, it's insulting. But that's how these women who are sex tourists, and men too, come
Yeah.
down to the Caribbean, or in this case, Belize, and looking for a piece of D. That's
But
how they
she's not
behave.
looking for a piece. She's looking for the whole island. Good gosh.
Which apparently her bank account can support it.
That's what I'm saying right now. If you could support a whole family, I mean, but here's the thing though. The fact that she can support a whole family from Belize I think is why she has the attitude that she has. Like, oh, I can just go get me another one. I'm like, interesting. But I find it
She had
also interesting that
mhm.
no one has spoke on the fact of how her story doesn't really make sense.
She had that attitude from the beginning because she had both of those boys lined up at the same time from the very beginning.
I can go with that.
Mm-hmm.
She's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go to the nasty attitudes. You know what? I can't do the Ukraine and Russian woman next season. They just too much. Oh my gosh. They
So
too much
you want to put a ban on those two countries for next season?
season. Like, oh my God. With Yara and Natalie, and they're complaining. I don't know who's worse.
Mm-mm. I
I
think we've
mean,
had
okay.
enough of their countries, though.
I think Natalie's worse, and here is why. Natalie is not entertaining to me. She does not make me laugh. She makes me want to throw my phone. At least when Yara is screaming at Yovi, it's entertaining because even though she's nauseous, she doesn't feel well. She always is willing to give him the business, and I can go with that. Natalie just, I want my ring back. I want my ring back. Why don't you give me my ring back? Well, my ex-husband, like, you know what? How about this?
The
You
problem,
let me, you
Natalie,
let me know what. Let me
and
know. You go ahead. Let me know which ex-husband it is, and I'll call him, and we'll book you a flight to him. You can go.
my problem with Natalie and Yara is they both know by the Ukrainian woman standard they not it. So I'm getting a little bit tired of I'm so beautiful. I'm getting a little bit tired of that because they come to plastic surgery heaven, and now I just can't with them. At least Lana was shut up. You know, these two are like Anfisa 2.0, and I can't.
I
That's
don't know.
fair about
Do you
Lana.
think that Yara's hair got better for the engagement party?
It got a little bit better.
It wasn't
It's
as
still one.
noticeable.
No, it see, this is the problem when you go to people who pretend like they know hair and they don't.
Mhm.
Because
I
I'm
mean,
sure they probably charged her like $600 for that hair.
but here's the thing, though. Let's be nice, and honest. Her hair has significantly improved since episode one. Let's be real. Like she's come away because that
Yeah,
episode one hair.
hair.
Ooh,
Yeah.
no, we can't do it. But she's improved. It looked better. She looked nice. I mean, she's learning her angles too. Have you noticed that? They always shoot her at a slight angle. She doesn't shoot straight on as much anymore. So I'm like, wow, she looks like a totally different woman. Go ahead, I see you. I got you. You did watch America's Next Top Model Cycle 3, where they hit your angle, find the light,
Oh
smile,
my
get all that in.
God. Not America's Top Model. Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah. I mean,
Mm-mm.
she's learning her angles. She finds the light.
I just thought, well, you know what it could be? You know what it could be? It could be the little bambino on board. Like her complexion could be glowing.
Mhm.
You know, she's got the little baby bump. Her face looks like it's filled out a little
Mhm.
bit. You
She
know,
looks great.
she's on those, what is it, the folic acid for the pregnant ladies. I don't know. It could be that too.
Like I said,
Could
she looks great. She looks
hmm
great. And I do like the fact that her family um welcomed her in, things of that nature. And you know what? The difference between her and Natalie, for me, it really comes down to attitude. It comes down to the fact that did Yara want a huge party? No. Was it bigger than she expected? Yes.
Charlie, I
But
paid
she,
very good money for my clothes. Do not
but
bite them.
she, but she just went with the flow. Natalie is against everything.
Natalie's just a broken record though. She's been complaining about the same thing from the beginning. Was tired of it last season and tired of it now.
What happened to
But
all
she,
the
but
money issues they had? And what happened to all the religion issues? What happened to that?
What did she say? She does she want to be married or does she want to be in a church? And she said she want to be married. So I guess
right,
she,
that's what it was.
yeah,
Because the
she,
first season, he was so broke and she
yeah.
was so religious.
Mhm.
hmm
This season, he don't seem so broke and she don't seem so religious.
Because
hmm
she probably gave him her half of the money, and she agreed to bring her over here.
Mm.
So it's kind of that's how I'm looking at it. It seems like a nice little trade off.
I
But
don't
he
think he
married.
gave her half of the money. I don't. I think he took the majority of that to help pay down his debt and
Oh
to
yeah,
for her K1 application.
okay. They put this way. When I say gave, I mean gave.
But no,
I'll put. I'll,
let's talk about Yara again. I'm sorry. Yara's hair looks atrocious. I was slipping for a minute. Yara's hair always looks bad. And the thing about Yara is, I don't know what it is about her. In pictures, she looks so different. I don't know if it's just the filtering or what. Because in pictures, her
Hey,
hair looks decent.
oh, Blavi, look at Rebecca and her filter game and
Oh,
Facetune. Come on now, it can do it. Can do a lot.
I mean, if we're going to talk, let's talk about Angela. She took like 10, 15 years off hers with her filter game.
Yes, it's true. Face, I mean, Debbie, Facetune,
I need to get
filter,
this Facetune.
the ring light, the angles. I mean, you could do a lot with
But
some
Yara's had
photo
plastic
footage.
surgery. That's why it's so weird to me. It's so weird because she's had a few procedures and it just feels like she needs a few more. Is that rude to say?
Just well, I mean,
Slightly, but
I wouldn't say need. When you say need, it's rude.
You know
When
what
you,
is, it's not need. It's the plastic surgery doesn't look quite there. Maybe she needs to go on
mm-hmm,
botched and gets like, I don't know, maybe it's because she's pregnant. Because she be looking a little like her mouth. It looks a little bit too, it doesn't look equal, Her lips look a little bit too, how to say it, plushy, but like a droop, kind of like, what's his name? The one from Love After Lockup.
Sean,
Scott.
Yeah.
Oh,
Scott,
Sean.
Scott or Sean,
Scott.
Scott.
Remember
Okay,
how his lip used to droop? Like when I be
right.
looking at her lip droops a little bit. And I'm like, I don't think it's supposed to do that.
But
Oh,
remember, like some people remember, I think it was you or someone else said like Scott probably had some surgery that didn't go too right well either.
Mm-hmm.
I remember on a show someone said that like it looks like
yeah.
no,
I
it
think
doesn't
it's
look
scar
natural.
tissue.
Okay.
Right.
Like the area between the nose and the top of the lip, that
Yeah.
raised area, I personally think is scar tissue.
Okay. Well, I guess she can't do nothing about that. And
No.
you know what it is too with her head? Her head is very like Tweety Birdie. So she really needs to stop that side part. And she really needs. Oh, when are you going back to Brandon's farm? That's a whole foolishness. So I already ordered. We ordered the puppy, right? On the farm.
What? You seriously ordered a puppy?
Yeah, because they have it online.
Oh my god.
So we ordered the puppy, but it seems like a scam because granted you always give half, but we keep on asking for pictures of the puppy, and I don't know why, but it seems like they're recycling pictures. So we'll see.
Oh my god.
Because it says on the farm website they have goats and stuff like that, but if you look at the pictures, the only thing they sell is German shepherds.
Oh. So basically a puppy farm catfishing. Got it.
But I don't trust the site, so she put her money because I couldn't put mine, and we're supposed to go in a few weeks.
Maybe the puppy isn't born yet. Like it's a coming litter.
But even so, she's not supposed to sell the puppy in 6 weeks. So you're not supposed to sell the puppy
early?
right?
I thought it was 8 weeks.
It's 8 weeks, but some people do 8 weeks is preferred. But puppy
Right.
mills,
Oh, they sell them early.
Oh. That's really interesting.
and then
So Blavi, go ahead.
it's a very website. It's a very shisty website when you look at it. It's not edited very well. I don't like sending cash payments online to underclothes. It's very shisty.
Oh my god.
I think they're scamming, allegedly.
So Blavi, since we're on this topic, what do you think about Brandon continuously throwing Julia under the bus at every turn?
I think that we really have to talk about Brandon and his sexuality because I don't understand why we keep on having to know he and Julia are having sex. We get it. Yeah. The puppy pics are the same every other litter. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Their puppy pics are strange. Like a dog should, it seems like they're just using the same pics for the last 10 years.
Well, if nobody's caught on by this time, why not?
Exactly.
Well, we're going to go to the farm and she shall see. I think she's getting scammed, but we'll see. But no, with Julia and Brandon, I think they really want to hush the rumors about him being, sexually fluid. And so that's why they keep bringing up Julia and sleeping with her, because they're kind of treating her like a hoe, and I don't like that.
That's true. If you think about it, now that you brought that up, which is a very good point. Every episode they do talk about them having some sort of sex.
Yeah.
Or sleeping together.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it because they are swingers? Like they're very sexually oriented themselves?
Well, so I don't know if it's true, but when they live in a free swing community out there, I've been told. Now I haven't gotten
Uh-oh. Did you
Oh,
freeze?
yeah.
No, come back.
Oh, we lost a
Okay.
Blobby.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Well, if
with
she
them
pops
two.
back up, I'll bring her back up again.
Right.
So
With
yeah,
those
so
two.
allegedly,
Mhm.
his parents might be swingers and there might be a big community of
Mhm.
them down there, plus the puppy mill. Like Brandon's whole storyline is in a lot of trouble. And this is what I don't understand about people who go onto these shows. If you got stuff like hidden in your closet, like don't go on these shows.
Right. 'Cause, okay, here's the thing. Back in the day, you could hide your stuff because social media wasn't that big.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Bobbles. Your hubby thinks that the dad is trying to isolate and groom Julia so that he can have fun with her. You know what? This kind of makes sense to me because when they thought she might have been pregnant, did you see how invested the dad was?
right.
That was
You wouldn't have it.
kind of scary and creepy.
But look at Gina Maxey. They would leave for a night. Remember, they left for a night, then came back, and we were wondering why you had to be back the next day.
Yeah. Well, what were you doing that night that you went away? Freak shows. Ugh.
But also with them, like I was getting my point. Let me get back to that. My apologies, but remember back in the day there was really no social media, so you could go on a reality TV show and your dirt would not come out, and if it did, it came out like 10 or 15 years later. Now your mess is out there before the season starts.
Yeah, I don't think they get that though. And if Brandon's parents have been doing this like alleged puppy mill thing, and they've been doing it for this long and no one has caught up with them, why would they think somebody would catch up on them now? But how could the production company be there seeing all of this? Because a puppy mill is a big organization. Like, they've got hundreds of dogs there.
Right, but the thing
Why
is,
didn't they say something?
what they found, the puppy mill may not be on that side of the land. Because if you think about it, we only see the house and the adjacent buildings. You never see, if you really think about it, I've never seen them film the entire acreage of the farm. So we don't know if there are other buildings elsewhere or not. Because when they film, they're always, how can I put this? Everything's tight framed. Like they're on the porch. But the framing is not that wide. They're in the barn. They're in where the animals, right?
Yeah.
But you never see any wide angle shots. Or I haven't seen any wide angle shots of the farm.
Yeah. I think the widest angle we ever saw was when they brought her back from DC and that arrival scene where with the lady with the fake name comes to greet them, and we kind of saw two buildings behind her, but then after that, nothing.
Right. And if you saw the buildings, I don't recall it, but you do, so I'm definitely gonna take your word for it. But you probably didn't see them buildings up close. You probably saw them way in the distance.
Well, no, they weren't up close, but they weren't that far either. but
Mhm.
I couldn't
Okay.
discern what those buildings were. And I just
Right.
took it at face value. Oh, we just arrived. I thought we was
Mhm.
going to get a tour, but instead they took her straight to the barn to show her how to feed these damn animals, which was kind of dodgy to me at the time. Okay, we have a Blobby back. Let's bring her up.
I'm sorry.
Hello,
I
my
don't know what
dear.
happened. I think I went on a dead spot.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh my
what
God.
we were talking about Brandon. I
Mm-hmm.
think that it's very suspicious. I think that they're really trying to prove Brandon's sexuality, and that's why they try to make Julia be like kind of like a low key prostitute. Is how they treat her.
Well, they out and out said it.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh,
Right.
she dances at a club. That's the next thing to a stripper." No, it's not.
But even if she was a stripper, so what? Your son wants that.
Doesn't say much for your
Exactly.
son or how you raised him, but okay.
Hey, hoes. I mean, garden tools need love too.
Oh God. I don't
No,
know.
I just think that their storyline, if it's not, I think that there's a little bit of a delay, and I think that they're putting different scenes together because it just looks very odd.
Mm.
Mm.
And I think
That's
the
really
same
interesting.
thing with Mike and Natalie, because Mike and Natalie, do you remember a few weeks ago when she was running and jumping in the woods and kissing the trees and everything?
Yes.
Yeah,
That scene was so odd.
it was because she was complaining about being out in the middle of the woods and nobody's in the woods. You bring me from Ukraine in the city, and now you bring me to the woods. Everything was the woods. She hated the woods.
But she's kissing the trees though. I was confused.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because they
can't.
give her energy.
Ugh, I can't
She's
stand
weird.
her either. But no, the couple we need to talk about is Yara and Jovi. Why are they together? This is like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You know, I mean, they do not like each other.
Well, they're together because she's pregnant, and I think she was pregnant before she got to the States.
Ooh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you saying we're gonna have another Ukrainian woman that has an outside baby on her husband?
No, I'm not 100% saying that, but the timeline doesn't add up. If she got over there, like I need to know when she came to the States, and then when she got pregnant, and if she had a full term or a premature baby, because
Well, the baby was born September 10th, right?
mm-hmm.
He got married February 14th, between the 14th and the 25th.
Oh, they
And
got married then. Okay.
so that means
But
she would have been here in December. So it adds up.
No, it doesn't. If she got here in December and she had that baby in
that's
you
right.
said mid-September,
Yeah.
she didn't carry 40 weeks. 40 weeks is 10 months.
Right.
Yeah, but it's technically like 9 months and then the first week out of the 10. So maybe she had the baby early 3 weeks, you know?
The only way I believe that is if a hurricane was moving through and the pressure went down, the barometric pressure went down, which can cause a woman to go into early labor.
I was thinking the best. I was thinking she was going to get that American citizenship, but we'll see because they say that they're not together. So we'll see.
I heard that too. I heard that she went back to Europe.
Oh, I don't think she did. Okay, so she has a YouTube page. I found it. Oh, I can't remember what it
Oh
was
my God.
called,
She has
but
YouTube?
she has a YouTube page, and she took the weave out, so it's her natural hair. And I see why she has the weave. She has very thin hair.
Oh, how long is it?
It's pretty long, but it's thin. It's like a horsetail hair. You know, very thin.
But what about if she just had a baby? Don't sometimes you lose your hair after you have a baby?
True,
So maybe that was it.
maybe.
I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
And she looks so much different. But I'm
You
saying,
think all of her fillers melted?
it looks different. It's not like she's receiving to the former face, but it looks
Mm-hmm.
different.
Oh, well, I always thought that she had a combination of like real plastic surgery plus injectables. So maybe the injectables are dissolving, and so she doesn't look so inflated. So all
Maybe,
you see now is like the surgical stuff.
maybe, but she definitely is on YouTube, and from what I can see, that does not look like the Ukraine. It looks like
Oh,
America.
it looks like
Is it?
where?
Hey, Ablavi.
Mhm.
Is her channel Yada Zaya?
Yes.
Oh, what does she do on the channel?
Look at that. That's not Ukraine. I don't know where that is though. It doesn't look
Didn't
like
she say something about Belarus?
that looks like America. Does it not, Jamal?
I'm sorry guys, not to be. I'm still here. I'm just looking. I'm being nosy. Right now I just see her. The videos I can see her in her apartment, but if I were to guess, it just does look like she's in the United States.
Yeah. It looks like
Mm.
DC and Maryland, but I don't know if that's where she is. It doesn't look like New Orleans, but then again, you never know.
I'm actually gonna subscribe to
Interesting.
her now. I'm gonna subscribe to her page just so I can keep up with her and be nosy because
But doesn't
this
her hair,
is interesting.
that's her hair. That's not a weave that she's with.
No, that's her hair.
Yeah. It's just thin, right?
Yeah, she
Exactly.
has she has very thin, fine hair.
Yeah. But yeah. I think she's in the DC area. Or maybe she's like in Baton Rouge because that looks like a townhouse from the layout, but I'm not sure. Because if you look in the window, you can see she's on the lower floor.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, cause you could see
Come on.
bushes at her. You can see bushes at her window.
Yeah. That looks like a townhouse. And I don't remember New Orleans looking like that because Joby lives like in maybe the garment district. We got to figure it out.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I just subscribed to her page, so I'll be definitely following her. This is very
Let's
interesting.
go. Let's go. Keep going.
So that's the link. That's the link to Yara's channel right there.
Oh my God. Now I have to go.
Go see. I gotta feed them. Hold on a minute.
I mean, it's only 40. There's only 4 videos. So she's definitely like she should be posting more with 4K subscribers. I
Damn.
think because she's someone who I think would be. I would actually be interested in seeing her day-to-day life. To be completely honest,
Really?
the reason why is because she's on reality TV. She's a cute girl. I mean, I could see her being an influencer, and I kind of like influencers because they do give you some insight into other parts of life. So I just like things like that. I like seeing what reality TV quote unquote stars do in their real day
What's the name
versus
of
what
her
we see.
page again?
Yara Zaya.
How you spell that last one? Bye.
I'm about to put it in for you. Give me 2 seconds. My apologies.
Mm-hmm. Is that all one word?
Space Yara Zaya.
Let's see. Oh my good Lord.
Well, who else? Who else is But yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I think that 90 Day Fiance as a whole really needs. Here's the thing with 90 Day Fiance. I'm gonna put 90 Day Fiance in the same boat as the Real Housewives of Orange County. You need to shut down for a year and recap because
Yeah.
I can't do
Or
this
get
show the
much more
struggle.
believable characters and
Yes,
not as many. Focus on 3.
mm-hmm.
Make it a 1-hour episode and call it a day.
Correct. Or if you're gonna have like say 6 couples, only do 3 at a time because most of us don't really find the show interesting enough to watch for 2 hours. And I'll speak for myself on that one.
Okay, let's talk about. So now that we got Yara and we found all the goodies on her, let's talk about Hazel and everything she got to do for this American citizenship. Wouldn't it have just been easier to be a lesbian? She don't
Yes.
She
want.
is a lesbian. She's not bisexual. She's a lesbian. She don't like Harry.
Now, can we fault her for that? Is she a lesbian or is it just because Tyrese is not the nicest thing on the block?
Mm, I think it's a multitude of things. I think that she probably thought she could like getting over to the United States would be the way for her to get her kid, because
Mhm.
then she would have the financial leverage. It would also allow her, if she found the right dude, to be in a lesbian relationship, because that's what I truly think she's trying to do. I have a feeling she's going to tell Tariq, you can look, but you can't touch. This is my girl, and you can't interfere with this because look what you did with Minty.
Side note, did you see they did like the 90 days goes on dates pillow talk? Did you see that Tariq's brother was on that
Yes.
and
Mm,
his pregnant fiance, or she a wife?
Yep. Think wife
I don't
now.
think they got married.
Isn't she white? They've been together for a minute. I don't think Ben got married. I could be wrong. Don't quote me.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't know where that was. I didn't know if he was in America. I didn't know if he was. Is she Filipino too?
is she?
Yeah, she's Filipino too.
Or I thought she was Thai.
Oh, she's the same. She's just okay. Hazel is Thai or
No,
Filipino.
Filipino.
I thought, like, you know what?
When I saw him, I said I cannot wait to see him on 90 Days with Tariq,
Mm.
because they haven't told us if Hazel and him have gotten married. I haven't heard anything.
Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm looking at an article on what is this? monstersandcritics.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it was published on February 16th of this year.
Mm-hmm.
90 Day Fiance Yara and Jovi spotted with their baby for the first time, and it seems like they were in Miami.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. I told you they weren't in it.
Which
Ah,
would make sense because they have a connection to the Gulf and then a connection down to Caribbean and South America for all the rigs that are between there. So that
okay.
would make sense.
That would make sense. Okay, so now that house makes sense. Because I knew it wasn't in Louisiana.
Okay, and I'm gonna add this. Oh, this is just so messy. Jamal, now I know why you're always so distracted.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I went searching for Yara. After I saw that, I went searching for that YouTube.
So
Oh.
yeah. So Regine, Dean's girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
she is Filipino.
Okay, and she's pregnant.
Oh.
Yes.
I remember seeing that.
But did you see Muhammad living in a truck? Is he living in the truck or is that just for work?
That looks like he was camping.
No, I think he does. A lot of long haul truckers do
Mm-hmm.
basically live in their truck because they're hardly ever home. So why actually pay an extra bill when you can live in your truck? You know, they have them jimmy rigged with all like microwaves, coffee makers. There's a bed in the back.
Yep.
They have animals, like they have pets, dogs and cats that stay with them. So he's saving money.
He is. No, he looked comfortable.
And can we talk
Wow.
about Rebecca? So
What about
Zaid is
Rebecca?
already. He's gonna have a second wife and a baby. That's what Zaid and Rebecca told me in that episode.
Yeah, I agree with you on
Yeah.
that. I do. I do. Because, like, it's all well and good that he's saying, I don't want a baby now. But if you have that fallback that you can have multiple wives and have children elsewhere, that's what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the only
Well,
son. Come on now.
Exactly.
hear about Rebecca. she owes child support on one of her, and the child lives with the father, and how allegedly is going to sue Sharp Entertainment for his money.
Why
Oh,
is he suing Sharp Entertainment for child support? He should
oh,
be putting
to garnish her paycheck.
Because
right, but you go through the
yeah,
court for that. Don't sue Sharp Entertainment. Go through in Georgia, you just go through the court. It's super easy. People do that all the time in Georgia.
well, but it's the child is like a teenager. So, Rebecca, how many children does she have?
Just 4?
I thought it was 4.
I think she said 4.
But yeah, she's on it. Who else? I feel like that's everybody. Oh, we gotta talk about before the 90 days goes. Why do they have the case? Ah,
You're cutting in and out. Could you repeat that?
I said, why do they have the clout chaser Fernanda on?
Oh, good grief! I thought we were that child.
I wasn't
That child.
interested in her when she actually had a partner, and I'm sure not interested in her being an escort now, allegedly.
Oh, but no, we should because the season is like halfway now, right? So we should be seeing it pick up, right?
Allegedly.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with, allegedly, because this show's getting on my nerves.
Well, Stephanie's storyline should be over.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've gotta go.
Well, that's one down.
One more episode. Mike and Natalie should be done, part 1, and part 2 should be coming shortly after. Because remember, she gets in the car and they pretend like they don't get married.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, like she's leaving or something. So I don't believe that storyline. I just want to see Yara. I want to see like I'm sick of Brandon now.
Yeah.
His laugh is creeping me out. Stephanie is over and done with, unless they show us her having sex with Harris. Then I might stick around for another episode. I mean, somebody's got to use those glow in the dark condoms.
Ugh, nasty. Ugh.
And the lube.
Ugh, I feel like watching Caesar season again. Oh, it was nasty when he had them, and it's nasty when Stephanie has them.
Oh my God.
Remember how that was? Caesar was such a fool. Such a fool.
Caesar was funny in his delusion, though.
He was. You know who I miss a little bit, though? And you may laugh at me, but I found David and Lana entertaining because he kept me on the line like, does she exist? Is she ever gonna meet him? Is she gonna show up? Is she real? And this season, there's no comedy to this season. That's the problem for me. There's no real, outside of Yada cussing out Jovi, there's been no like really comedic moments, and I need those.
You know what it was with David? He was so righteous in his delusion.
Let's think about this. Wasn't Yara engaged before she met Jovi, and then she broke her engagement to be with Jovi?
I think she said something along those lines.
Yeah.
Now, allegedly, because we're being messy, what if that's the father of the baby and they are scamming Jovi? Allegedly.
No, because don't forget, she went traveling with him throughout Europe for like a few months, didn't she?
Correct.
Yeah.
She said that was with the first. Listen, it seems like she said she was with him. She came and she broke up with the guy and got with Jovi, and then she said she became pregnant.
So maybe that first baby allegedly was the first fiance's.
Right, but maybe they say he's such a fool. Let's do another one. No, let me stop.
Oh my God.
Now
that would be a season.
If they bring the ex-fiance, he's like, that's my baby.
Oh my God. Then we could do a special like crossover episode with Maury Povich to find out who the daddy is.
Well, we'll see. I'm interested in seeing his bachelorette party because apparently he's supposed to be sleeping with strippers.
Yeah, all the
Yeah,
hoes can do a homecoming or something.
I don't know how that marriage is going to work, but maybe an open marriage is is life for some people.
exactly.
Okay, I just want to be really messy for a bit because we talk
Hmm.
TLC to death.
Hmm.
Just to say that whenever you do Bravo and Kenya Moore, we gonna have Kenya Moore fans warning. Kenya Moore fans warning.
Tune in this Friday. We're doing another open panel the week that was, and you can talk about anything that you want to talk about.
Because I went and saw the episode and it was decent. I give the episode a C+.
Okay,
You know what? That's a lot coming from you.
right.
Wait, how many minutes did you watch?
I watched the whole episode.
Shut
Oh
up.
snap! Yeah, we got to have. Yeah, you got to come back on
Oh.
Friday because we got to talk about this in full. Because you didn't
Yes.
watch the whole
Yeah.
episode of Atlanta, so yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
I'm not watching anymore. Like that was a good episode, but I feel
Mhm.
like they're gonna drag it, and I'm tired of the weddings.
Oh.
Like I feel like they're gonna drag this 6 episodes in, and but we'll get to what I think about everything. And warning, Kenya Moore fans, warning.
Well, warning for Friday. Warning for Friday. Okay, guys, let's wrap this up. Ablavi, as usual, thank you so
Thank
much for dialing
you.
in. We've missed you.
I
And hopefully we won't get on punishment no more.
And I love. Oh, Ablavi, like I'm gonna actually link your channel because
Oh yeah.
I enjoy your Bridgerton reviews.
oh, you did? I
Yeah,
did.
I don't chat because I'm generally playing poker, so I can only listen. So, but I do listen to them. I totally enjoy them. Like I people need to check them out.
Okay, thank you.
So
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
don't watch it. I don't watch it. So I just listen. I like to find reviews I can listen to that are good. So I feel like even though I don't watch the show, I still kind of feel like I know what's going on.
actually, I have another show for you. It's called Bollywood Housewives. It's on Netflix.
I saw that. Well, I haven't watched the show, but I saw the suggestion when I was looking for something else.
Yeah,
Bollywood Housewives.
it's
When I
something.
was looking for Indian matchmaking, that came
Yeah,
up.
don't watch Made in Mexico. It's super boring. I watched it. It's
Mm.
like The Hills, but in Mexico. Super boring.
Ah, okay.
All right. Well, I gotta go, but enjoy. Bye, everybody.
See you next time,
See you next
Ablavi.
time.
Okay, my friend, we are going to just wrap this up.
Yep.
Any final thoughts? Anything
No,
you want
not
to?
really. I think we covered everything. I think it was really good. I think the Sister Wives is going to be like the show I'm most probably engaged with on TLC only because I just want to see the mess that unfolds with the wives, with the monies, financial situations, stuff like that. So I'm good. 90 Day Fiance is what it is. I'll watch it. Like, but I won't waste 2 hours on Sunday. I'll just waste like 70 minutes on a Monday because yeah, no.
Oh my God. Well,
Oh, God,
hopefully
real
this
quick.
season will. What?
Sorry. Yeah, oh, hey, Gala. So basically, it was a punishment we didn't deserve. We weren't gonna fight it. We'll just say we'll make do with what we have. But our friend of the show, all about the tea, said like no, when these companies give you strikes, appeal them, and we actually appealed them with her help, and they restored our video they took, and they removed the strike. So here we are.
Mhm. So, yay. So, if anyone who is a small YouTube creator needs any help or guidance, or, something like this should happen to you, and you feel like you're the underdog fighting against the big old network, contact us. We'll tell you exactly what to do. We'll even give you the verbiage to write in, and it should be resolved, and your strike will be taken away, and your video content should be restored. And
yeah,
that's
it.
it. Okay, guys. Now, thanks so much for tuning in again. We are always trying new stuff. So give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and most importantly, tell a friend so that they can join the conversation. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.